This video is about how to move a HL7 Plus client installation from one computer to another. Now there are several ways to do this. We're going to go over what we've put forward as the best method, if at all possible. It'll keep your client's installations tidy and also your management console. So let's get started. Before you begin, you have to have an active HL7 Plus subscription and you have to have an active live client installation. If you're using demo installations, you don't move those, you just delete them and create a new one. So let's get started. Step one, you identify the HL7 Plus client installation and get a hardware reset key. First, you just log into your management console, go to the installations. I want to move this client to another server. So I click on the options and say create a hardware reset key for this installation. It gives me a document that explains why you might need a hardware reset key, and you just close it. The hardware reset key is, by requiring this additional authentication, it keeps anybody who might wander into the HL7 Plus client software at the installation from accidentally deactivating it, which would cause problems. So we're going to close this, and it's going to pop up a hardware reset key. Now I'm going to copy this because we need to keep it. I'm just going to put it in Notepad real quick. Now that I've done this, I can go back out and I'm done. Now I need to go on to step two. So I've completed step one. Step two, I need to remote into the client installation and deactivate it using the hardware reset key. Now I'm doing everything on one computer, but I'm going to pause here and pretend like I'm remoting into the client. Alright, so here I am logged into my client server. I just start my HL7 Plus client console. If you've worked with HL7 Plus for a while, you know that when you start the client console at a live installation that's actually running, it starts in the monitor window. I can see that I have my features here that I'm actually using. We need, since we're cleaning this installation up, we're moving this to a different computer, we need to stop all of the services, and then we need to get them out of the Windows Service Registration, and you do that by going into each one of the features. Here's the HL7 listener, and I want to remove the Windows Services. And I'm going to do that with each one of the components. Here's the HL7 Plus router, and I want to remove the Windows Services. This is because we're actually preparing it for deinstallation, so that when you're completely done with all of the move, you can uninstall the HL7 Plus client. So I've done those. What do I need? This database engine, go to the service status, and uninstall the Windows Services. And that is now done. Now if I go back to my client console, it refreshes about every 5 seconds. I can see that they're not installed. Next I go to the main window, and in the Tools menu, at the very bottom, there is an option, deactivate this installation. I click it. It warns me this is going to completely remove everything from here. Once you do it, it can't be undone. I say yes. And here's the final authentication. Have you obtained a hardware reset key from the subscription holder? I say yes, and it asks me to enter the key below. Here is the reset key that I got from the management console. I'm just going to come here and paste it in and click OK. It's stopping and removing the final service, which is the HL7 Plus client service, and there it is. It says all the subscription data has been removed. I close this, and I'm out of the client. If I try to start this client console now, it will tell me that it needs to be activated, just like when I first installed it. So now I can go to Add Remove Programs and uninstall this installation. So I'm ready to move on to my next step. Completed step two. Now I log out of the client server and back into my computer, which I will do right now. Here we are. So back on my computer, in my management console, if I haven't logged out of it, I can see still the Harper Valley PT Clinic, still there. All I have to do is refresh my data, and it's gone. But you see now, it's over in unassigned. Now the first thing that I have to do if I want to move it is I have to remove the word unassigned from the name. So just go to options, and it tells me, oh, installation names must not contain the word unassigned. So I want to rename this installation, and if I was still using the Harper Valley PT Clinic and I was just moving it to another server, I could leave the name the same. I'm not. Let's say it was a Harper Valley PT Clinic is done, and I'm actually wanting to move it to a new client, and we'll call this the Family Clinic. And we have successfully renamed it, and there it is. Now all I have to do is remote into the Cooper's Beach Family Clinic and activate the software as I normally do using this activation token, which I'm going to copy to the clipboard and reuse my notepad here. I don't need that reset key. There's my activation token, and now I'm going to remote into the client. So here I am on the new server for Cooper's Beach Family Clinic. I've downloaded and installed the HL7 Plus client console, and now I just activate it with the new activation key. When I start it up for the first time, it tells me it hasn't been activated yet. What we need is to activate it, and it asks us for our activation token, which remember I copied down here. I just paste this into here. Say OK. It'll fix the HL7 Plus client installation, and there it is. Cooper's Beach Family Clinic is live with all of the same features. All I need to do now is configure the different features, and I'm ready to go. So here we are again. Step 3, we've remoted into the client. We've renamed this. And then we've done all of this except for refresh the management console. And to do that, I need to log just to get out of the client and go back to my computer. Now, back on my computer, if I haven't refreshed my data, I can still see Cooper's Beach Family Clinic is still unassigned. All I have to do is refresh. And there it is. Cooper's Beach Family Clinic is now in my list of live installations, and it's ready to go. And that's how easy it is. It costs nothing. You want to do it this way rather than deleting an installation. You see, I use this installation. I paid to have it activated initially at Harper Valley PTA. I have got 391 days left on my subscription, so I've paid for 391 days of service. Don't delete your installations. Deactivate them and activate them again on new systems as you need them. And that way you save money. Thank you. That's it.